Holy fucking shitballs. I've spent too many hours on this today, but I'm going to share it partly just for my own sanity so I can look back and work out what the hell I've done. So the aim of the game today was to get a second robot. I've got two robots mounted like this in space, perpendicular to each other. This is my main sanding robot. This is my lady. This is Abby. And this is Tiny. And I wanted to work out, where Tiny was in space relative to Abby, so that I can get Tiny to hold a shelf, and Abby can sand it, Tiny can rotate it, basically a seventh axis. I did some probing. I taped out 4 points on the floor with just a biro point, and jogged very carefully. I did smash one of my 3D printed probes doing this. Turns out having 3D printed end effectors is really good as a mechanical fuse. Thankfully I printed two. So I probed 4 points with each of the two robots, right? So then I've got 4 data points. That was kind of the easy bit. That was 7 o'clock this morning. So I've got 4 points from Abby, 4 points from Tiny. I merged some data, tried doing it the traditional Grasshopper way, ended up writing a little Python script, vibe coding a little Python script that output and use some orient commands. Basically just takes those 4 points and goes, hey, put this one, match it over here. Got that nailed pretty early in the day. What absolutely killed me, it's just taken way too long, partly because I just went down an AI-fueled rabbit hole with Uncle Sven, my ABB coding agent. And it wasn't until I drove away from work this afternoon, just clarity came to me. I was like, I'm doing this the wrong way. It's taken me on a wild goose chase of creating work objects and stuff that I didn't need. I just need to orient this bloody robot in space. You can see what happens. So if I put this here, it's kind of like 0, 0 of Abby's world, and I need to get Tiny swung around, and that was working. And I was like, cool, that looks like the right spot. And then this was just driving me crazy. The rapid code wasn't changing, regardless of where I put Tiny. I could mess with that orientation, chuck it anywhere. The rapid code wasn't changing, so then it was kind of like this wild ride of okay, how do I affect this? How do I, it was putting 0, 0, 0 everywhere. I'll show you the code. It's got so much crap open. So basically it was outputting these coordinates, which kind of made sense in terms of I was like, yeah, the X is in front of the robot. That makes sense. And then Y, because it's traversing in to just probe the center point of the other flange. But then I'd move Tiny and those values would stay exactly the same. Turns out, sorry about all the scrolling. Turns out this little nugget, the rapid generator, which has a robot input and a actions list, I had to create 2 streams and I had to transform. So I had to, oh dear, baby just woke up. I basically had to duplicate this whole action list plan and create one that's just dedicated to simulation, and one that's dedicated to actually creating the correct transformed rapid code. And once I'd kind of forked that data and just plugged the sim one into this guy, which is kind of my path generator, which is the bloody stupid name. It's not I don't know what it's doing, but basically all that does is creates this sort of simulated version of the robot that you can then, drag around and check. The path generator just makes that. It doesn't actually affect the output rapid code. So my simulation list drives that one, and then my forked sort of real transformed positions, or my transformed actions list, which is being transformed by this orient command, which is driven by the relative position of those 8 points, is what's transforming the actions in the rapid generator that then generates the code. And then you get numbers like this, which in terms of orientation, they're similar. But I'm really reassured by the fact that like this is the Z values for this very simple action are subtly different. Because of course these two robots are not going to be coplanar, really, you know, they're just bolted to the floor. There's no way they're going to be coplanar, so it's reassuring to see that these Z values are varying subtly. So fingers bloody crossed I can take this output. I've made some nice little quality of life things here where I can just hit a button and you can see this little sim base output. I'm going to break it. 9, 10, 11. It just keeps generating rapid files, PRG programs, boom, 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 boom. So that's the most recent one that I smashed. Nice little output, speedy output. I'm using the chatter sync. Obviously, I'm not on my work network at the moment, so chatter sync's not going to work, but in the morning, chatter sync that file across. Hopefully I don't stack it. Fingers crossed, hey. Wild ride. I'll get into more of this later. Goodbye.